Namaste children, how are you all? I hope you are fine. Welcome to today's session. Today class I am going to start new topic which is algebraic expressions. This already are familiar with class 6th. There we learned about constants, variables, algebraic expressions. In addition to that, in this 7th grade, you people are going to learn about what about addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions? How to find the value of expressions? These two you are going to learn extra in the 7th grade. So in this chapter, we are going to learn its introduction and we are going to learn terms of expressions, factors of a term, coefficients, like and unlike terms, and various types of algebraic expressions. And also we are going to learn addition and subtraction of algebraic expressions, finding the value of expressions, and using algebraic expressions formulae and rules. These are the concepts which we are going to learn in this algebraic expressions topic. Now let's start our topic without wasting our time. So before going to this topic, we need to know some basic terms which we generally use in this chapter. In that, one is about constant and one more is about variable. What is meant by constant? Constant means it has a fixed value. It has a fixed value. Variable means it does not have any fixed value. Example you can see. Suppose if I ask you how many hours per day, number of hours per day. Sir, per day we have 24 hours. You can tell the answer fastly. 24 hours are there per day. It is the fixed value. Example of constant, 24 hours per day. Suppose if I ask you how many months in a year, sir, 1 year which contains 12 months. Yes, you can see the answer, 12 months. If I ask you how many paisa in 1 rupee, sir, 1 rupee is equal to 100 paisa, sir. This you can say fatafat. The reason it has the fixed values. Now what about the statements I said, like number of hours in a day, number of months in a year, number of paisa in 1 rupee, all these are having the fixed values. And how we are representing these fixed values? 24, 1200. Yes, to represent the fixed values, we will take the help of numbers. We will represent the fixed values with the help of numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And what is meant by variable? It has not a fixed value. Example, if I ask you, can you tell me what is my age? You don't know my age, but you have to express. How can you express? Let maths are age is equal to, yes, it is the unknown value. It doesn't have any fixed value, but we have to express. How can you express that age? How can you express the unknown values? How can you express the values which doesn't have any fixed value? If I ask you, suppose, like, there is no fixed values. There is no fixed values which comes under variables. Suppose some amount is there in my pocket. Can you tell me what is the amount in my pocket? Let the amount in maths or pocket is equal to 100 rupees, 50 rupees, you don't know. It is the unknown value. It doesn't have any fixed value. It is the unknown value. So how can we represent that unknown values? And what do we call those unknown values? Yes, those unknown values are called variables. Nothing but which doesn't have any fixed values. To represent these variables, we'll use the alphabets like A, B, C up to so Z. We'll take the help of small letters. This is about what is constant and variable. Constant means which has a fixed value. Variable means which does not have any fixed values. And constant we can represent with numbers, and a variable will represent with alphabets, small letters you can represent. And let's see about what is meant by term. What is meant by term, we'll see better. See, first one is term, nothing but it may be only constant. It may be only constant. Like example you can see better here. Like -5 is one term, only constant. 74 is one term, only constant. Like that we have many examples. And the second case, only variable is also called term. Sorry, only variable. Only variable is also called as term. Like example, take x and then take y here, then take minus p. They are called terms. Only variable, only alphabet if they have, though it is called a term. And the next one is product of constant and variable. Product of constant, yes, product of constant and variable. Product of constant variable is also called term. Like let me take 5 into x. Product of constant and variable, it is one term. Like minus 7x is also one term. In between no symbol into better. Minus 7 is the constant, x is the variable. Constant into variable, it is called one term. Let me take example here 9x square. Yes, the product of constant and variable, it is called a term. And the next possibility is division of, or we can say quotient of. Yes, division of constant and variable or variable and constant. Constant and variable, or you can say variable and constant also. Like 5 by x, it is one term. Like minus y by 17, it is also one term. Or like 13x square by 11, even it is also one term. So these are the 4 different ways we can identify the terms. Let me repeat once. Only constant is also called a term. Only variable is also called a term. The product of constant and variable is a term. Division of constant variable or variable constant. You can see the division of constant variable. Division of variable constant also one term. This we can say simply like this here. The product of constant and variable. C means constant, V means variable. Or the product of variable and constant is also a term. Here you can say division of constant and variable. Constant and variable. Or we can say variable and constant. These are the 4 different ways we have to identify the term. Now let's see here. Like if you take minus 5x minus 7y plus 7 minus p. Yes, here we can see some terms. One term, the product of constant and variable. The product of constant variable, only constant, only variable. Yes. How many terms are there? Sir, there are 4 terms. And how those terms are separating? Minus, plus, minus. Yes. Here terms are separating by the operations either plus or minus. Now what do we call this? What do we call if I take like this group of terms? Like if I take collection of terms together? Yes. Sir, if you take collection of terms together, it is called algebraic expression. That is about our today's title name. What is mean by algebraic expression, beta? Sir, algebraic expression is nothing but collection of terms. What I said, ma? Collection of terms. Or we can take single term also. Let me take here minus 47. Single term is also called one algebraic expression. Or let me take like x power 4. Even that x power 4 is also called algebraic expression. Let me repeat once. Algebraic expression is nothing but will take collection of terms or a single term is called algebraic expression. Hope it is clear to everyone. Constant means fixed values. We can represent with numbers. Variable means not a fixed values. Represent with alphabets. And these are the 4 different ways to identify the terms. And in that algebraic expression, in that collection of terms, they are separated by the operations plus or minus. Yes, children, you can see here. Just now we discussed about constant, variables and term. Let me explain once again. Constant means what I said, but a symbol which has a fixed value, like number of days in a week. Sir, there are 7 days in a week. 7 is a number, constant, fixed value, right? So it has a fixed value, and those constants are denoted by 1, 2, 3 like that. Just now I said 7 days in a week, 12 months per year, 24 hours per day, 7, 12, 24. All these are numbers. I mean, which have the fixed values. They are called constant, and those constants are denoted by numbers. And variable means what? A symbol which has no fixed value. There is no fixed value. It has unknown value. So to represent that variables unknown values, we'll take the alphabets. We'll take the small alphabets A, B, C up to Z. We can let the amount in maths or pocket is equal to X rupees. What is X? Unknown value, right? To express that unknown values, we'll take the help of alphabets, small letters better. And what is mean by term? I said term, it may be only constant, only number, or it may be only variable, or it may be the product of constant variable or variable constant, like 2 into x, 7 into y square, or it may be the quotient of constants and variable. Here the word quotient means division. Sum, S-U-M, sum nothing but addition, difference, subtraction, product, multiplication. Quotient is division beta. Division of constant and variable, division of constant and variable or variable and constant. This is about a term. And finally our title name, which is algebraic expression. Algebraic expression means what I explained. So it may be collection of terms or a single term. Collection of terms or a single term. Example, you can see here, you can see collection of terms, and this collection contains 3 terms, 2 terms. Collection of terms, collection contains 3 terms. Only single term, 1 term. Single term, only constant. Single term, only variable. So this is about algebraic expression. Algebraic expression means collection of terms or a single term is called algebraic expression. In that algebraic expression, in that collection of terms, and those terms are connected. Yes, terms of algebraic expression are connected by which operations? Plus or minus. Hope it is clear to everyone. Okay children, let's see some more basic concept which we generally use in this algebraic expression chapter. That first one is factors of a term. What is meant by factor? We learned already in this class. Factor is a number which divides other number exactly. So here let's see what is meant by factors of a term in algebra. Let's see here now. When a numbers and constants, when a numbers and variables, sorry here, not constants. Numbers are nothing but constants, sorry na. So when numbers and variables, sorry, when constants and variables are multiplied to form a product, then each quantity multiplied is called the factor of the product. See, to get a term, we need to we'll write it some product of terms, and each product is called factor of the product, factor of the total product itself. I will make it more clarity with the help of example better. Let me take one example here. 5x square y minus 2x. It is one algebraic expression. Now here this algebraic expression contains how many terms? So it has 2 terms. It has 2 terms. Now let me separate those 2 terms and write the factors of each term. Here 5x square y is one term and minus 2x is other term. Now this 5x square y is the term which is formed by multiplying. Yes, it is the term formed by the product, like 5 into x into y. Now in that each quantity multiplied is called the factor of the product. Here we multiplied 5, so 5 is called the factor of this product. We multiplied y is called the factor of this product. So to separate this more, this we can write now 5 into, if it is constant, write as it is better. X power 2 means x into x, and this is y. 5 is the factor of this product, x is the factor of this product, even y also factor of this product. Each quantity we multiplied is called a factor of this product. Here we multiplied 5 into x into y. By multiplying the product of this all, we got a term. Now each term, each quantity we multiplied is called factor of the product. Even here also we can write like minus 2 into x. If it is constant, write as it is better. Minus 2 into x. That is the way we can write the factors. Hope it is clear. Let me take one more example here. Sir, if it is like 7pq square minus 30, how can I write, sir? Even this algebraic expression also contains how many terms, ma? It contains 2 terms. One is 7pq square and other one is minus 30. Now this product is formed by multiplying the terms 7 into p is only once. P into q power 2, we can write q into q. Now each quantity is known as the factor of this product. 7 is the factor of this, p is also factor of this, q is also factor of this, like that. 7 into p into q power 2 means we can write q into q. And if it is constant, no need write like 1 into 30, 2 into 50, no need write like that. If it is constant, stop it as it is. This is the way we can write the factors of a term. Now let's see one more. It is coefficient of a term. Any of the factor of a term is called the coefficient of the product of other terms. Let's see this with the help of example better. You get more clarity. Suppose if you have like this 2xy, 2xy. Here the numerical coefficient is how much? 2. Numerical coefficient is nothing but constant. Constant is what beta? 2. Suppose if I ask you what is the coefficient of x is, how can you find the coefficient of x? What is mean by coefficient? I said any of the factor of a term is called coefficient. Here x is a factor of this term. This you can write 2 into x into y. Each quantity is the factor of the product. X is a factor of term. Coefficient means it may be any factor of the term is called the coefficient of the product of other factors. Now here x is the coefficient of other factors. What are the other factors? 2y. Excluding this x we can take. Other factors are 2y. Yes. X is the factor and this is said to be coefficient of other factors, which is 2y. Hope it is clear. Suppose if I ask you what is the coefficient of y, tell me how can you find the coefficient of y? Better coefficient of y is the product of other factors. Means excluding this y we can take remaining terms. Other factors are 2x. Y is coefficient of 2x. That is the way you can write the factors of each term. Suppose let me take one more example here. If I have minus 7xy, now tell me what is the coefficient of, numerical coefficient. Here the numerical coefficient is called what beta? Minus 7. The numerical coefficient is minus 7 number. Suppose if I ask you what is the coefficient of x. Coefficient of the factor is the product of other factors. Coefficient of x is other factors what? Minus 7. Coefficient of x is what? Minus 7. Right. Let me take one more example here. Suppose if I ask you, I give suppose minus x. Now tell me what is the coefficient of x? Sir, actually coefficient there is no product for x, no coefficient. Though we can write it as minus 1 into x, 1x, I mean x. So now we can write coefficient of x is what? Minus 1. Yes. Now we can write coefficient of x is how much? Minus 1. Coefficient of x is minus 1. Example 4 you can see here now. Suppose if I give only x. Now what is the coefficient of x? If there is no coefficient, you can write 1 into x is 1x. The coefficient of x is 1. Hope it is clear to everyone. To get a term, we have to multiply some quantities. Each quantity you multiplied is called factor of the product. Phi is the factor of this product. Y is the factor of this product. X is the factor of this product. Here the coefficient means a factor is said to be coefficient. A factor is a coefficient of other factors. Suppose x is the factor which is a coefficient of other factors to y. See there, x is coefficient of to y. Y is a factor. It is called coefficient of other factors to x. Y is the coefficient of other factors to x. X is a factor. The coefficient of x is other factors, which is minus 7y. Suppose if I ask you coefficient of y is other factors, which is minus 7x. The product of other factors, which is minus 7x. This is about a term and coefficient. Yes, children, let's see about what is mean by like terms. When we can say the terms are like terms. Let's see about like terms. Two or more than two terms are said to be like terms. They must have same variables and same powers. Just verify the same variables and same powers there are not. If terms are following these two conditions, we can say that they are like terms. Example, you can see over here. I'll take here like 5x squared minus 2x squared. Can I say both are like terms? Here I took two terms and both the terms are containing same variable. Yes, variable x, variable x. I mean they are containing same alphabets and same powers. Power 2, power 2. Yes, both are called like terms. Both are called like terms. Just we need to verify the same variables they are not, and those variables are maintaining same powers or not. These two things we need to check with. Example, you can see one more like pq square comma minus 71 q square p. Yes. Now what we can say about this? Sir, even these two terms also called like terms. The reason they are maintaining same variables pq. Don't tell me order is different. In into there is no problem with into order better. Like if I multiply 3 into 5, which gives 15. If I write 5 into 3, though it gives 15. There is no change in multiplication if I change the order. I think 3 into 5 is 15, 5 into 3 is 15. Similarly, this I can write p into q or q into p. Both are same. Alphabets are same. pq, same variables. And what about their powers? P power 1, P power 1, same powers. Q power 2, Q power 2, same powers. These two terms are containing same variables with same powers. So they are called, what do we call it? They are called like terms. Like terms. Yes. Next you can see one more example. Minus 7xy comma 32xy square. Yes. Now two terms are there, same variables xy. What about their powers? X power 1, X power 1, Y power 1, Y power 2. So both the terms are having same variables, but they not have same powers. What do we call such type of terms? They are called unlike terms. What do we call it? Unlike terms. What is mean by unlike terms? Let's see here now. Unlike terms are different terms which are not like terms. Means it does not have same variables and same powers. We can write terms which are not like terms. Terms which are not like terms are said to be unlike terms. You can see one example here. 31 xy square comma minus 32 x square y square. Now let's see about these two terms. Two terms we have and having same variables xy, same variables. Now let us check the same powers there are not. X power 1, X power 2, Y power 2, Y power 2. Though Y powers are same but X powers are not same. X power 1, X power 2. Sir, we have two terms with same variables but same powers are not there, sir. So this comes under unlike terms. The reason these two are not like terms. Why they are not like terms? They have same variables but they don't have same powers. This is about like terms and unlike terms. Yes, children, let's see some more basic concepts from this algebraic expressions. Now here let's see the types of algebraic expressions based on terms. Means we are giving the name based on the terms. Like if it has one term, two terms, three terms. I said about this algebraic expression. An algebraic expression is nothing but it is collection of terms or a single term. In that collection of terms, that collection may contain one term or two terms or three terms or dozen terms like that. So based on the terms, we are going to give the separate names again. Let's see the first one which is called monomial. What is meant by monomial? An algebraic expression which contains only one term. Which contains only one term is called monomial. Example, minus 5xy. Product of constant variable, only one term. Product of constant variable, only one term. Division of constant variable, only one term. Here you can see one term, monomial. An algebraic expression which contains only one term, it is called monomial. Example, if I take minus 32, it is also one term. Only constant is also term. Here I can see this term, single term, is also called algebraic expression which contains only one term. It is called monomial. Example I take here y. So it is called monomial which contains only one term. Now let's see the next one, beta, binomial. Binomial is nothing but an algebraic expression which contains two unlike terms. Here y is an unlike terms. If they are like terms, it becomes a monomial. How, sir? Let's see one example. Suppose if I take here minus 3x minus 5x. About these two, what we can say, they are like terms. They have same variable x and same power 1. Two terms having same variable, same power are called like terms. Once if they are like terms, we can simplify their coefficients. Like minus 3 minus 5, how much? This gives minus, and the common term is x, minus 8x, which becomes only one term, single term. It is called monomial. Because of that, I said contains two terms, and those two must be unlike terms. Suppose if I take like this, same variables but same powers are not there. These two are unlike terms. They have same variables, same powers are not there. So these both are called unlike terms. These unlike terms we can't simplify better. So these two are called binomial. Here you can see both are unlike terms. Two unlike terms, binomial. Two unlike terms, binomial. Hope it is clear to everyone. Suppose if you take minus 7p square plus 3p square. Can I say it is binomial? Two terms are there, binomial. No, not like that. Those two must be unlike terms better. Let's see these two are like or unlike. Sir, both the terms are like terms with same variable p and same powers 2. Having same variables and same powers called like terms. Once if they are like terms, we can simplify the coefficients. Minus 7 plus 3 minus 4. The answer is minus 4p square, which contains only one term. It is called monomial. So because of that, should take two terms. Those two must be unlike. Then only we can say that it is binomial. Same thing for trinomial also. Triangle, three angles. Trinomial, three terms. An algebraic expression which contains three unlike terms. Should take unlike terms better, because if we take like terms, again we need to simplify. If you simplify, you will not get three terms. Those three terms may become two terms or one term also. So because of that, should take only unlike terms. See, x, y square constant, three unlike terms. Trinomial, p, q, pq, three unlike terms. It is called y trinomial. Hope it is clear to everyone. Suppose I take 7x square minus 3y plus 9x square. 1, 2, 3. Three terms. It is not trinomial. No. Once you simplify the like terms, then you can identify whether it is monomial or binomial or trinomial. Here you can see better. X power 2, x power 2. These two terms having same variables x and same power 2. Same variables and same powers. They are called like terms. So those like terms you write together. Write the like terms together. And unlike term, one left, that you can write last. And this both we can simplify better. Once two terms are like terms, we can simplify them. Plus 7 plus 9. Plus 9 plus 7 is 16 x power 2 minus 3y, which contains two terms, binomial. Though it has three terms, answer is binomial. The reason, those three are not unlike. Some of them are like terms. So because of that, I said the condition must be unlike terms. Next we will see what is meant by polynomial. An algebraic expression with one or more terms is called polynomial. Polynomial means it is an algebraic expression, and that algebraic expression may contain one term or more than one term. It means if it contains one term, also polynomial. Two terms, polynomial. Three terms, polynomial. Four terms, polynomial. 10 terms, polynomial. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. More than one polynomial. Two terms polynomial. One term polynomial. Two terms polynomial. One term polynomial. Polynomial means it is one algebraic expression. That algebraic expression, it may contain one term or more than one terms. I mean, it may contain one term, three terms, two terms, dozen terms, like that. So can we say now all the polynomials are polynomials? Yes. Polynomial means, sir, you said one or more than term. One or more terms. Monomial contains one term, it is one polynomial. Binomial polynomials. Hope it is clear to everyone. Just we are separating based on the terms. If it has one term, I said monomial. Two unlike terms, I said binomial. Three unlike terms, I said trinomial. One or more than one term, I said polynomial. If it contains three terms, what do we call? Sir, if an algebraic expression has three terms, it is called trinomial and also it is called polynomial. One term, monomial and also polynomial. Hope it is clear to everyone. Thank you. We'll meet next class.